Hi, this final video of mine, I'll be talking about the concepts of metaphysics and epistemology through the works of two philosophers we have studied. Um, I feel two of the most popular philosophers that we have studied throughout this semester were Plato and Aristotle. They are great examples of metaphysics and epistemology. Um, to talk about epistemology first, through the works of Plato. Epistemology is the study of how we acquire knowledge of just any kind, through senses, whatever. So Plato, how he really, explains that concept, how he is an example of that concept, is through his primary philosophy, the theory of knowledge, which is, the highest level of knowledge, which is the intelligible world, which are the higher forms of reason, sciences, math, stuff like that, and then the lowest being the lowest level of knowledge being the sensible world, perception, belief, what we can imagine, and how he kind of does that is going through the sensible world. We gain knowledge through our perception. So if we see an image or a reflection or stuff like that, we gain knowledge through that. It's how we perceive it. It's how we're aware of something like that. It's a what Plato used, what Plato called the sense experience is what we experience through our senses. And then as he gets into the higher forms of knowledge, the understanding, so it's like the science of mathematics, the firm, never wavering, always going to be truths, the truths of knowledge. So like the science and the mathematics, where no matter what, it will never change. So like 2 plus 2 is 4, and then there will never be something where it's like 2 plus 2 will never equal 4. It will never be that. It's always what he called the universal truth. So with Plato, he like really hones in that like through his theories of knowledge, the concepts of epistemology, and then when it comes to metaphysics, we can really go to and look at Aristotle for that. Metaphysics is the study of what is real or what exists, the essence of reality. And Aristotle really, like, he's a primary philosopher that like looks at that. He looks at the reality, like what is real, what exists. Um, one of his one of what I think is his most powerful, like, kind of study, his main philosophy that really hones in the idea of metaphysics, is his explanation of matter and form, with matter being thisness, stuff that things are composed of, things that are here. It's and then its form, its wetness, like what is its end thing to be. So a tree is made of tissue, or a table is made of wood, and a tree, and the what that's its matter. So in its end form is that tree or that table or whatever it is. So like a piece of paper is matter, is a tree, but or it's paper, and its final form would be the paper, and or a note card is made out of paper. It's thisness. Another one would be his potentiality and actuality. which is development within a thing, and the finished complete for the potentiality and actuality is the finished complete condition. Again, they're both looking at the idea of matter and form, potentiality being the matter of something, and actuality being the form of something. So Aristotle really, like, he looks into metaphysics. He is a metaphysics. He's a rationalist essentially. Like he looks at the essence of reality, and like he really hones in that with a lot of his studies, like the quality of things, which is descriptive verbs that describe something, or the primary sense of substances. It's always subject, always a subject. Like when he says there's always a subject, always numerical one. There's a lot. Aristotle really hones in that concept of metaphysics. That's all. I'd like to thank you for listening in.